So I saw a TikTok recently that really showed me a creative way to save money on food. And it's kind of random, but it actually, I think, works. So I'm going to give you that tip here in a second, and then some other grocery budget tips for you to try out to save money on one of the places we always bust the budget, our food category. So be sure to like, subscribe, and share this episode with a friend. Okay, so here's the video that I saw, and I thought it was pretty brilliant.
And the key to cooking after work is you got to come home and you can't take your clothes off. I still got my badge on. This morning, I left it out so I know I wasn't playing. I mean, shoes off, but I can't even sit down. I'm not even going to pee. I got to start now.
Okay, first of all, I relate to her. I literally, when she said that, I was like, that is so true. Like, I feel that way. When I come home and I'm like, I go put my cozies on and all of it, then I'm like, oh, I don't want to go cook. Man, it's like a one-track mind, and it just it takes you back to middle school science class for a sec, an object in motion, it tends to stay in motion, right? That momentum, it is real. Even something small, like staying motivated in what you're doing to go ahead and start cooking so that you're not spending money on food delivery or trying to go get takeout, all of it. So it got me thinking of, okay, there are so many great, exciting, and interesting creative ways to save money on food, but we actually have to apply them. So I like that one. So if you are working, stay in your work clothes and start cooking, because you will actually cook the meals that you've had planned. But also there's some great food hacks to help you save money. First and foremost, meal plan and prep. So you can be strategic with cheap ingredients, and some of my go-to meals, right, that are usually always in my fridge: breakfast for dinner, right? Eggs, they're a pretty cheap source of protein. Beans and rice and beans. That's right. That's what we say at Ramsey all the time. But for real, get that. Get some shredded cheese. Make some quesadillas. It's great. Now, if you want more cheap dinner ideas, you can check out the meal planning guide down below. I'll put a link down, because sometimes you just got to get the creative juices flowing just to think, okay, what are some cheap meals? Because again, after a long day, we're all exhausted. Number 2, don't grocery shop when you're hungry. This is like an old school tip, but it is so true, because food can be very emotional, right? Like when you're bored or sad or angry, like whatever it is, food can become the thing that you end up going to. And then if you're in the grocery store and you're hungry, especially, and you're hangry, especially if you're hangry, not good, but you're going down the aisles and you end up spending more than what you want, because again, you're just in the moment and you're just thinking what sounds good in the moment. But 2 hours later, it may not be that great, and you may not have even wanted what you bought, but you did. So instead, make a list of what you need. This is really important. This goes back to the meal prep idea. When you plan out, hey, here's what we're going to have for dinner every night, or for lunch, breakfast, you know exactly what ingredients that you need. Now, most of us do not realize how much of our personal information is online. And it's not just your name, but your address, your past addresses, your relatives, and other details that you would never want to share with strangers. And data brokers then collect that data, they package it, and post it on dozens of sites that anyone could look up. Delete Me steps in and finds where your information is being shared, and it removes it. And they also monitor, because these sites will repopulate your data over time. When your personal details are harder to find, you are harder to target. So get 20% off an annual plan at joindeleteme.com/Rachel, which checks out to be about $9 a month. All right, number 3, buy foods in bulk and use them multiple meals in the week. So think like rotisserie chicken. You can use this in a casserole or a chicken salad. Rice, you can use it as a side, in a soup, as a taco topping. Lettuce, you can make, again, put some in a burrito, right? For your Mexican night, make a sandwich, make a salad. Like, you can use these things multiple times, and especially if it's fresh produce. You want to be able to say, okay, where can I use this up? Because man, that's the stuff that goes bad, and that's where we tend to waste our money. Number 4, don't forget about your freezer. This is one thing that my mom, Sharon, she freezes everything. We were literally on vacation over Christmas, and she brought out a little box that's been frozen for like 18 months. Dessert that she was trying to give the kids. And I was like, hey, Mom, we got to put a boundary somewhere. Like, the woman will freeze anything. So you can go as extreme as Sharon Ramsey, which is fine. Or you can think, okay, well, what if I have hamburger patties or soup? Like, what are things that I can freeze? And then if I'm in a pinch, I can just thaw them out and use them for dinner. My kids love this meal, chicken puffs. It's so random, but it's like cream cheese chicken, like a little bit of butter. And you put it in a crescent roll, and it's like these like little chicken puffs, and they're obsessed. But the filling is always more. It always makes more than what I need. So that is one place I will take like half of it, freeze it, and then thaw it out like 2 weeks later and use that filling so I have to remake it for the chicken puffs, right? But get creative in that because you will save time and money. Now, to figure out how your food budget stacks up to the average household, if you're wondering how much you spend, check out my episode, Average Family Grocery Budget. Are you over or under? You can click right here to watch, or I'll put a link below if you're listening on podcast. All right, you guys remember to take control of your money and create a life you love.